good. Beer is good. Beer is good. It's not.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this episode of The Beer Chasers. I'm Preston. We're joined again by special guest Sara and Galatiani. How's it going?
Great. Good.
So today we have the Battle of the Breakfast Stouts. Tell them what we got.
First, we're starting off with founder K.B.S.
Followed by the Weyerbacher Sunday Morning Stout.
So both these are big imperial barrel-aged stouts. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Definitely.
All right, let's drink some beer. KBS is brewed by Founders Brewing out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. The beer is brewed with a hint of coffee and vanilla, then aged in oak bourbon barrels for 1 year. It has an ABV of 12.4%, an IBU of 70, Beer Advocate rates it at 100, Rate Beer rates it at 100, Untapped rates it at 4.54. Alright, so up first we have Founders KBS. Let's look at the appearance. So for an Imperial, it's thick, but it's not like a motor oil thick. I think it's kind of a little lighter than I would expect for an Imperial.
Are you seeing light through there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see light through it, but
nothing. It's motor oil to me.
it's just not as thick.
I agree with that. I see a thinner.
Yeah, it's black. It's just not quite like thick. It's not a Russian Imperial though. It is like an Imperial stout, so I'll say 4. I think it's a little better than average, but definitely nothing blowing me away. So look at the smell. Look at the smell. Smell the smell.
Look at the smell.
So I definitely get the bourbon or the whiskey barrel for sure. We're at the top. I mean, I smell a little bit of sweet, but I'm not really getting much more than that whiskey barrel. What do y'all think?
I agree. I smell that whiskey, that bourbony kind of smell.
I'm not, I guess,
Tastier.
that familiar with that. I don't drink that kind of liquor. I personally, because I have weird comparisons, I kind of am smelling coconut.
I can agree with that. It definitely kind of has that coconutty kind of smell. But I think that's the barrel, that's the whiskey. But I can see where you could think that's coconut, maybe with the vanilla that's in there,
Maybe.
and the barrel, the two combined kind of give that coconut
So
kind
I'm
of
not
appearance.
crazy. Okay,
No.
good.
For the smell, I think I'll go another 4. I think it smells nice, but I would like more of the kind of the stout characteristics and less of just that kind of whiskey barrel. So I guess the best part, the taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's pretty smooth.
Interesting.
I get a good balance of kind of everything. You get a little bit of the sweet, you get some of that whiskey barrel. Don't catch much of the vanilla, and it's kind of subdued for an Imperial. I mean, this doesn't taste like a big over-the-head Imperial. I'm not tasting big boozy. I'm not tasting like a lot of sweet malt. So I'm not gonna say it's a good or bad thing, but it's definitely interesting. What do y'all think?
I agree. I can taste the whiskey barrel in it. It's not overly sweet. I thought maybe it might be a little bit sweeter from the smell, but it's really not. It's not as thick or pow right in your face.
For me, it works because I'm not normally a fan of these Imperials, and I'm not a fan of bourbon or whiskey either. But it's just enough of that, I guess, and everything else that, it's pretty well balanced.
Yeah, I can almost say it's kind of like Red Bull and Jaeger. Like, I hate licorice, but for some reason you put it with Red Bull, it's an amazing drink. I can drink it, so I can kind of see where the whiskey combined with some of these other flavors is actually so you like it.
I do, actually, surprisingly, I do.
For the taste, I'll go with another 4. Again, nothing stellar blowing me away, but I think it's definitely better than your average kind of run-of-the-mill stout. I think it's because it's well balanced. I think you get a little bit of everything. It's just there's nothing really being the star, maybe except for that bourbon barrel. So on the mouthfeel, again, I think it's a little thin. It is kind of swallow and gone. It doesn't stick around very long. Again, for it being a big Imperial stout, you'd expect it to be a little thicker. You'd expect it to kind of linger around a little bit. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, the color you would think it's a little bit more thicker, but right when you drink it, it's very thin and.
I don't know. For me, not always being a fan of this, I think it's lingering just enough for my tastes.
Right.
Anyways.
I will say for the mouthfeel, I'll actually go a 2.5. I think it's a little under what I would expect for this category. And I know it feels weird, right? These are 95, 100 rated beers, and I'm kind of giving these imperfections, but that's just what I get from it, from my expectation of the style. Like, it should be lingering around a little longer. It should be a little thicker, and it's just not quite there. So overall, where's that going to put KBS? I think somewhere in the 3.75 to 4. I think it's solid. It's a good beer. It's better than average. Does it warrant the kind of beer chasing you have to do for this one? It's pretty tough to get. Generally, you only get one bottle of it at a time, and maybe we'll talk about it at the end. But 3.75, 4 all around. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with your knowledge of kind of stouts, where do you put this one?
It's hard to say. I'm gonna put it at a 6.5.
Okay.
I'm actually going to give it an 8, maybe a little bit closer to, like in the middle of 8.5. I really like that you can get that whiskey and bourbon taste, maybe because I like, whiskey and bourbon.
Like it, right?
So yeah, I can get it, but again, I'm a little disappointed because I kind of thought it would linger a little bit longer, but I think it's better.
It lingers just enough for me, but I'm not, it's good for what it is. I'm just not a huge bourbon fan.
All right, so there you go. That's the Founders KBS. Sunday Morning Stout is brewed by Weyerbacher Brewing Company out of Easton, Pennsylvania. The beer features coffee and bourbon flavors that blend with hints of chocolate, roasted malt, vanilla, and caramel. It has an ABV of 11.3%. Beer Advocate rates it at 96. Rate Beer rates it at 99. Untapped rates it at 4.34. All right, so to finish the episode off, we have the Sunday Morning Stout. Let's look at the appearance. So definitely motor oil black, pretty much approaching. It looks a little thicker than the KBS we had. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I definitely think this one looks thicker than the last one we had. Not as thick as some of the other ones that we've had, but it's still an improvement from the last one.
Yeah.
I still feel like the last one was really thick, and this one is kind of the same to me.
Yeah, the head is like, it's not quite brown, but it's kind of approaching brown, halfway between white and brown. I think the appearance, I'll give it a 4. Looks pretty nice. Go to the smell. So it's not as bourbon forward as the KBS. I think this one has a little more chocolate. Let's see. I do smell a little more alcohol though. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely smell the alcohol more in this one than the other one. You're definitely just getting it straight right off the bat. I don't really smell the chocolate, I would say, per se. I just smell more of the alcohol.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, for the smell, I'll give it another 4. Well, the best part, the taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's good. It's a little more chocolate forward for me than the last one. The last one kind of featured that bourbon barrel up front, and you do get that with this one, but it's kind of more towards the tail end.
I agree. Yeah, it is.
It surprises me with the smell. I really thought that I would get that more alcohol smell, but so I thought the taste would be right there, but it's actually surprisingly more the chocolate taste.
So you're smelling a good bit of alcohol. Are you tasting it? Is it hidden enough?
See, I would say it's hidden a little now too much compared to the smell. It was a little disappointing.
You like that.
Yeah, so. I like the alcohol.
It's nice. I think it's pretty well balanced. You get a little bit of chocolate, you get some of the nice stout, you get some of the bourbon. I'll rate the taste of 4.5. So that pretty much leaves the mouthfeel. It's definitely nice. It's not thick, but it's kind of getting there. It lingers nicely. Good amount of carbonation. What do y'all think?
I mean, I would say that I was kind of expecting more of a stronger alcohol taste, so I would give it an 8. A little bit less than the last time. It's still good. I can still taste chocolate, but I guess I was a little disappointed because I got kind of excited with the smell of the alcohol.
Yeah.
I thought that's what was gonna.
Well, since I'm not so much a fan of the bourbon and the whiskey, to me, I'll give it a 7. Because I can taste that, but it is a little more chocolate, so it's not bad.
Okay, so for the mouthfeel, I'll give it a 4.5, and I think overall that's going to put this beer somewhere in the 4.25 range for me. A couple 4s, a couple 4.5s. This is a good beer. I really enjoyed this one a lot. So you're going to have to look at it now. KBS for Sunday Morning Stout. Where do you fall?
KBS, I think, is the better way to go. I just can taste that more, that whiskey. It was kind of.
So you like it because it's a little stronger in the bourbon flavor.
Yes, I think that paired really well, which is kind of surprising. You don't really think of beer in that.
I think I would go with the Sunday Morning Stout just because I think for the opposite. It's not so bourbon stout forward. And I typically don't like the barrel-aged stuff, but I think this one's done well. And if they're both done really well, I think the bourbon part isn't so overpowering. Usually, I love whiskey and I love beer. Just I don't love whiskey and beer, but both pretty well. But I like the Sunday morning stout a little better.
I don't know. I think I like KBS better, to be honest with you. I felt like it was a little more sweet tasting. This one may have been more sweet smelling, but that was more sweet tasting to me, and I'm all about the sweetness.
All right, so let's talk about beer chasing. So for the KBS, would you go beer chasing for that one? Would you drive a couple hours? Would you drive across state lines? Would you fly across country? Now let me preface that. That beer is very hard to get. It comes out once a year. Both these beers come out once a year, and they generally get sold by the bottle for $6 or $7 a bottle. Generally, 1 bottle per person.
If it's hard to get, then I would say I'd probably go for a couple hour drive.
So next year this comes out, we're all taking a road trip.
I agree. I'll agree with that.
Across state lines.
Well, I'm always up for a trip, so then yeah.
I think I would come along with you just for something to do on an afternoon. Personally, myself, if I was alone, would not.
Yeah.
It would not be your choice.
I think KBS definitely falls in that category where it's within a couple hours of where you're at, or you can trade for it. I would definitely say I'd get it. I'd try to get it once a year. I think it's definitely something I'd try to find a trader for once a year. Sunday morning stout, same? You think? Pretty much the same thing? Or?
I would say.
I would say like if everyone's going, I would go with you guys. I don't know if I would make the trip on my own to.
But you'd be much more excited about KBS.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, statement's true. Yes.
All right, so I think that's going to wrap the episode up. Thank you all very much for your help once again.
Thank you.
So I'm Preston. This is Sara, Galatiani, the Beer Chasers. We'll see you later.
Beer is done.